President of the Republic of the Philippines, Her Excellency Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Let us all remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem. Please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Father Fabio Baguio.
Every day, thousands of Filipinos are leaving their home country in search of greener pastures overseas. They are persons with different stories, dramas, aspirations and dreams. Nonetheless, they all aim to ensure a better future for themselves and their families. Never neglectful of their motherland, Filipino migrants actively contribute to the development of their home country through their remittances and global solidarity, whose readiness to respond to the needs of the country was recently reinforced in their outpouring of support in the disaster that hit us. They are without doubt our Bagong Bayani. May the Lord bless their journey around the world, their work and sacrifices, and protect them for all physical and spiritual dangers. May the Lord bless their families left behind, their spouses and children, and give them the courage and strength to overcome the separation and loss and loneliness. May the Lord bless our political leaders in their efforts to uphold the rights and welfare of all Filipino migrants, notwithstanding their firm commitment to build a country where nobody would be forced to migrate. May the Lord bless the champions we are about to honor tonight, and all the other Filipino migrants who humbly and silently are true ambassadors of Filipino values, culture, and faith all over the world. Amen.
You may all be seated now. I'd like to welcome you all to the awarding ceremony and testimonial dinner for the year 2004 Presidential Award for Filipino Individuals and Organizations Overseas. Following the launching of the search for the 2004 Presidential Awards in December 2003, 150 nominations were submitted from 29 countries through 43 Philippine embassies and consulates in various regions of the world. They were screened and evaluated initially by our Philippine embassies and consulates and by the awards technical committee composed of representatives of the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Subsequently, the nominations were evaluated by the Executive Committee, chaired by the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, with the Chief of Protocol of the Office of the President as Vice Chair. The members are CFO Executive Director Jose Z. Molano Jr., Father Fabio Baguio of the Scalabrini Mission Center, representing the religious sector, Mr. Ramon C. of the International Exchange Bank, representing the private sector, Ms. Belinda Olivares Cunanan of the Philippine Daily Inquirer, representing the media. This year, 45 individuals and organizations overseas have passed the scrutiny of our awards technical and executive committees to make it here in the awarding ceremony. Good evening, and as your Master of Ceremony tonight, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Director of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, Mr. Jose Z. Molano Jr., to give the welcome remarks.
Your Excellency President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, former President Corazon Aquino, Honorable Secretaries of the Cabinet, Honorable Members of Congress, members of the Awards Executive Committee, distinguished awardees, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, I welcome you all to the awarding ceremony of the 2004 Presidential Awards for Filipino individuals and organizations overseas. We are very pleased to have so many distinguished countrymen and friends who have made an effort to travel from different parts of the world to be with us in Manila for this occasion. This evening event marks the culmination of a long and rigorous search that started almost a year ago to find the most deserving among more than 7.5 million Filipinos and friends of Filipinos living in other countries. The purpose of this search was to identify persons who would be recognized by the Philippine government for contributing to progress and development at home, for helping to promote the interests of the Filipino community overseas, and for the honor brought to the Filipino nation through their exemplary deeds and professional accomplishments. The Presidential Awards for Filipino individuals and organizations overseas is a biennial award system established 13 years ago by virtue of executive order. This year's awardees will be the 6th batch since inception and the 2nd under the administration of Her Excellency President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Many of those chosen this year have already been recipients of distinctive awards and honors in countries where they live or work. Some of them are well known to us here at home because of the word that has spread about their good work, or because they never broke their ties with the Philippines in spite of many long years away from the country. This evening, 31 individuals and 14 organizations from 12 countries will be conferred awards from the President, the best demonstration and statement of the country's own recognition and faith in the talent and abilities of its people. We are also privileged to include in the roster of tonight's awardees foreign friends and partners who have unselfishly extended their helping hand to Filipino communities here and abroad. They fully deserve recognition for their generosity to our countrymen. In welcoming you all, we again express our hope that the presidential awardees will continue to inspire others and help bring out the best from our countrymen, including younger and future generations of Filipinos overseas. We also take this opportunity to thank Her Excellency President Arroyo for hosting this 2004 awarding ceremony. To the distinguished awardees, we extend our sincerest congratulations, and to all our honored guests, a warm welcome to this event. Thank you and good evening.
Marami pong salamat, Ginoong Molano. We will now proceed with the conferment of the Presidential Awards to our 45 honorees. May I invite the President to come forward and confer the year 2004 Presidential Awards for Filipino individuals and organizations overseas. May I also request Secretary Romulo, Chairman, Ang, and Executive Director Molano to assist the President in presenting the awards. May I also call on our honorees to come forward as their names are called to receive the award from the President. There are 4 award categories in the Presidential Award System: the Lingkod Kapwa Filipino Award, Kaanib ng Bayan Award, Banaag Award, and Pamana ng Pilipino Award. This year, no awardee will be conferred with the Kaanib ng Bayan Award. The Lingkod Kapwa Filipino Award is conferred on Filipino associations or individuals for their exceptional contribution to Philippine progress and development. Their commitment to serve the Filipino reflects not only on themselves, but also on the indomitable spirit of bayanihan. Tonight, 10 Filipino individuals and organizations will join the 17 earlier recipients of this award. For the Lingkapil Award, Dr. Sariel Gigi Ablaza, in recognition of a life of dedicated service to the professional advancement of Filipino surgeons and his unwavering support for the University of the Philippines College of Medicine, its faculty, and students. Dr. Guillermo B. De Venecia, in recognition of his unparalleled dedication and commitment to improving the lives of blind indigent Filipinos and giving them hope through the establishment and operation of the free rural eye clinic. The Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii Incorporated, in recognition of its invaluable contribution to cultivating the entrepreneurial spirit of Filipinos in Hawaii and to promoting Philippine economic interests through its trade promotion activities. The Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii Incorporated is represented by its president, Mr. Vergel Adonis. Dr. Benjamin A. Ileto, in recognition of his pivotal role as founder and leader of various Filipino organizations in the United States, whose humanitarian projects, especially life-saving initiatives for less fortunate Filipino children, touch the lives of many people in the Philippines. International Network of Filipinos Overseas, in recognition of its role in promoting stronger ties between overseas Filipinos and the country and its efforts in undertaking humanitarian projects in the Philippines. The International Network of Filipino Overseas is represented by its officers, Dr. Alex Cueto, Mr. Nazario Pidlawan, and Mr. Ferdinand Luyon. Dr. Arsenio R. Martin, in recognition of his humanitarian zeal and deep compassion for his countrymen, as demonstrated by the countless medical and surgical missions he organized and led in different parts of the Philippines. Maribernabe Nihei, in recognition of her tireless and selfless efforts to provide assistance to the people of Nueva Ecija, especially to its voluntary blood donation program. Governor, punta po daw kayo dito. Marami pong salamat. Alfredo T. Tesalona, in recognition of his philanthropic deeds through Lubang Look International to provide